Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Thought I'd hop on today. Hopefully you can hear me when my phone is like this. But I thought I'd hop on today and do my hair with you guys. It's been a really long time since I styled my hair live. And I thought I'd try something new today. I got a Denman brush 3 years ago. And I used to use it all the time. I just ate some of that. I tried this Denman brush years ago and I used to use it a lot. And then I kind of stopped. So I'm going to try it again and see how it goes. And I'll show you how I use it. Because I know some people use it differently. And that's okay. Good morning. And I didn't brush my hair in the shower. Forgot my brush again. So I'm putting leave-in conditioner now. Or not leave-in conditioner, detangler. And then I'm going to apply leave-in conditioner and then I'm going to brush it first, which I don't usually like doing that. I recommend brushing in the shower. And then that way they're already detangled. But that's okay. I have a trick. So if you are someone who typically brushes their hair when they're out of the shower, I'm going to show you what I normally do to bring back the curls. Because if your hair is wavy and you brush your hair is going to go straight and you're going to ruin the wave pattern. And I'll show you. So like you could see some of the waves, not very many. And watch when I brush what's going to happen. All right. So I always apply products first before detangling. Provides a little bit of slip. Your hair is definitely more delicate when it's wet. I get that. So by giving it an extra boost and providing more slip, which will loosen the knots and tangles, it doesn't cause as much damage. So see how straight it is? We don't want straight. We want it to be wavy. So once we're done brushing, we're going to do something to bring back the waves. So if you're someone who brushes their hair after the shower and you want to wear your hair wavy, keep watching. I'll show you in a minute. Shouldn't take too long. All right, one side done. I absolutely love this leave-in cream. It works so well for detangling and just for a lot of other things in general, like moisture, targets damage as well. It hydrates the hair, protects the hair. It's also a heat protectant, so like if you diffuse your hair with a diffuser, then it protects your hair as well. So I really like it. All right, done. So now, because my hair is straight, we're gonna bring back the curl pattern, or the waves, by spraying some water. So a spray bottle is gonna be your best friend while styling wavy hair. Whether you brush or not, you're gonna want a spray bottle. Because adding water into the hair, onto the hair as you're styling is going to be the most important part. Especially if you end up with stringy curls once they're like dry. Helps with frizz, it helps with stringy, so many different things. You're going to get better results. And yes, it does take time. It does take figuring out how much water, how much product. So this is not an overnight success thing. All right, so as I scrunch my hair, you're gonna see the wave pattern come back. A little bit more. All right, so that's good for now. So I already applied the leave-in cream, so that's my first step for moisture. And then the second step is curl cream. You don't need to use much. Very little. My hair is thick and it's long, but with these products, you don't need to use much. So what I like to do with the curl cream is I like to just rake it in. Again, this is going to ruin the curl pattern or the wave, but I have not yet formed the clumps, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to just rake it through and flat hand the rest. Go back and forth from side to side to make sure you don't apply it all on one side. You can even separate your hair in sections as well. I'm not doing that today. I'm doing my lazy styling. Sectioning off your hair is going to get better results. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is mousse. I guess this is a brand new one. All right. So it looks like more than it actually is. It's just kind of watery. Okay, so this time I'm just gonna kind of cake it on so that it's even. And then you scrunch very gently. When you remove, like when you bring your hands down, go slow. So I just kind of pulse. And then I slowly bring it back down, and look, it's starting to form. I do that on both sides. I'm probably gonna add a little bit more, and then I'm gonna add some more water. So some of these are a little bit more clumped than others. Some of these are really stringy. At the back, it's a lot more stringy. So that tells me that there's not enough water. So let's spray a little bit more. Okay. Keep scrunching. And if you're not loving the result, what you can do is you can add more water and keep scrunching. So you don't want to just keep scrunching. Like, as you can see, there's no more product. Well, there's a little bit product here, but when there's no more product on your hands, you don't want to keep scrunching. You want to add more water and then scrunch to reduce the frizz that you're going to cause by the scrunching. Okay, but I'm going to be using a Denman brush today anyways, which is going to style the waves. So I'm going to add a little bit of gel. If I can open it. Oh, there you go. A little bit of gel to both sides. And again, this is probably the product that I use the most of. I'm going to glaze it on to make sure there's some on both sides. Glaze it everywhere. And you scrunch. You can add a little bit more water. Usually I spray more water before the gel. So I'm going to spray a little bit more. The gel's going to create a curl cast. So the curl cream helps with definition. The mousse helps with the clumping and the pattern, or forming the curls or the waves. And then the gel's going to help with hold and frizz. Okay? So normally if I don't use the Denman brush, what I would be doing is I would be reapplying water and scrunching and scrunching and scrunching until they're not so stringy, until they're bigger clumps. Like this is a really good one. These tend to be more stringy. I don't know if you could see. Okay, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to grab a clump, this one right here. I'm going to grab my brush. I'm going to put it at the very end, or near the end. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, sorry, I have two phones going. Start turning, twirling around my brush all the way to the top, and then I'm going to let it go. And this is going to form some curls or waves. Then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to grab another clump. You don't want to try and like break the clumps. So this one I'm going to keep together. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it near the end. Oh, there's a knot in this one. That's not good. This brush is not meant for detangling, by the way. You want to use the Tangle Teaser brush. Okay, let's try this again. Where is that knot? Ooh, I don't like that. Okay, let's try this again. So at the very end, and then you start to turn. What is going on? Sorry, guys. There you go, we're good. Okay, so you start to turn, twirl, twirl all the way up. And yes, this can be time consuming, but I find they last a lot longer when I do this. Okay. Again, pull down and twirl. Oh, this one's not a part of it. You could probably do this with any brush. Like, I don't think you need to get the Denman brush. You could probably do this with any brush with a handle here. Okay, I'm not gonna detangle with this. I'm gonna detangle with this one. This one is, there you go, much better to detangle. Okay, so you bring it all the way to the end, and then you start to twirl. And I'm gonna do this until I've twirled both sides all over, and then you put it in the back. Get it out of the way. All right. Let's see. And then all I'm gonna do at the very end is scrunch a little bit more gel for hold. I find the more gel I use, you don't want to use too much, but the longer they last, and I want them to last all week. Let's back up. There you go. I think this is why I probably stopped using this brush, is because it's time consuming. Because I used to only style like this when I first started my journey. My hair was a lot curlier back then too. Let's use this clump here. You don't need to separate them, like you can just grab whatever is clumped together. And make sure when you twirl around the handle, not in here, because it's gonna get stuck and it's gonna hurt. If your hair starts to dry, because some people's hair dry much faster, then you can just keep adding water. This is why the spray bottle comes in handy. Like my other side is probably gonna start to dry by the time I'm done this. So I'm gonna respray some water. Let's put this one with it, or no, let's take it out. So like, yes, this does take time, but having to only do this once a week, if you protect your hair, you use the right products, you sleep with a silk bonnet, you shouldn't have to do this every other day. I think at first it lasted like 3-4 days. And now I can go a whole week. Hey, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time on a live with me, I do have other videos where I don't style my hair with the brush. So if you want one without the brush and you're hoping to learn how to style your wavy hair, I can definitely send you a video. Just send me a private message or comment below, and I'll send you a video where I style without the brush. We're trying this out. I haven't used this brush in a few years. At least a year, for sure. I took it apart to clean it, and I never put it back together, so I had to put it back together this morning, and it's not very easy. I feel like I struggled a little bit. All right. Feel free to ask any questions as well. If you have any questions, or you can just comment them below, or you can send me a private message as well. That's okay too. Okay, so for the front pieces, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna curl away from my face. So let's see here. You're gonna put it like this, and you're gonna curl away from your face. This is a little tricky because I'm used to doing the other side. If it gets caught in the brush, don't yank. All right, let's see here. So you're gonna brush it, and then you're just gonna twirl away. Be very gentle. And again, if it gets stuck, you just pull. Not pull, you just gently take it out. Don't pull. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit faster. All right, last piece on this side. We put it in, and then you start to twirl. Keep it tight. So it's, and then just gently, see? There you go. I don't know what happened to this piece here, but we're gonna put it at the back. All right, let's start with the other side. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna rebrush the back a little bit. Okay. Ooh, careful so the brush doesn't get caught in the other hair. At the back. You brush, and then you twist. And again, I don't think you need a Denman brush. Like, you could probably use a regular brush with a handle. Oh. I went a little too high, too fast for this one. So you can roll it on itself. Don't go too high, too fast, especially if you have long hair, or else you're gonna get to the top and you're not gonna have any more room. And just gently. All right, almost done. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom here. I don't think there's any other hair that's close to there. No, shoot. I guess we're gonna twirl it on itself, by itself. It's a little bit of a small clump, but that's okay. All right. Okay. Hey. Thanks for hopping on. I'm just trying the Denman brush for the first time in over a year. And now I remember why I stopped. This is very time consuming. All right. Gives you good results though. Like I remember getting really good results, but I started filming more and I felt like my videos were so long when I used it. So I started doing different styling methods so that it'd be quicker on video. But I want to try this again. Let's do this here. I'm actually from Canada. Lydia. I'm from Canada. All right. Couple more, maybe even one more. Let's see. Let's do two more. I don't like separating them, but let's do it. Okay, so this one's like untwirling, so we're gonna just put it back. All right, so once that is done, hopefully everyone who's watching the replay will be fast forwarding through this a little bit to get to the last step. Okay, so gently bring them back forward. You don't want to play too much with them, okay? So a little bit of water because I'm gonna add more gel. As your hair is drying, whether it's air drying or you're diffusing, you don't want to play with your hair too much. So if you're someone who's always playing with your hair and you like to air dry, clip them back with clips. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of these clumps and I'm just going to scrunch it with gel very gently. The gel is going to create a curl cast. You want your hair to feel stiff, not stiff, crunchy, because that crunchiness is going to help. You're going to be able to break it later once your hair is fully dry, but it's going to help reduce the frizz and it's also going to help with lasting longer. Okay. The hair at the back is drying. Okay. A little bit more. Very gently, as always. All right, and I'm gonna leave them like this for like 10 minutes. Actually, I still have a little bit of gel. And then I'm going to go and diffuse them because I like to diffuse my hair. I don't like to air dry. When your hair is wet for too long, it's not good for your hair. It's better to diffuse. And if I see that like this is getting stringy, I'm actually going to respray it with water. And I'm gonna re-clump it, redo it. Especially at the front. All right, that's better. All right, so I'm gonna diffuse my hair and I'm gonna show you the end results in a little bit. That's better. So it's one big clump now rather than like very stringy. All right, I'm gonna let them be. Let my hair be, and I'll be back to show you the results. Good morning. Thanks for watching, guys.